I want to talk about how exhausting mental illness can be. I've suffered from mental illness my whole adult life. I'm sure that I suffered from it as a child, but never identified it. Let me give you an example. Today's Monday. It's noon. I work from home. As you can see, I'm sitting in my kitchen. I've done nothing today. I've monitored my email for emergencies. But other than that, I can't get going. And just 2 days ago, Saturday, I was up at 9 a.m. for a dentist appointment. We went from there to the gym where I did an hour workout. Went to the chiropractor, had a very healthy lunch. Did some minor shopping for different things I needed for the house and for food and stuff. Turns out I hurt my shoulder at the gym, so I spent the rest of the evening on the couch watching TV, icing my shoulder. Had a couple glasses of wine, nothing crazy. Got up on Sunday, didn't do anything. My shoulder still hurt, but that doesn't affect my legs, right? Could have brought the dog to the park. Yeah, can't say it. But I didn't. My house is a disaster. There's stuff, just clutter everywhere. The floors haven't been swept or mopped in days. There's dishes in the sink. The bathrooms haven't been cleaned in a while. Corey did laundry yesterday, so that I'm pretty sure he did laundry so that he'll have gym clothes, because he's got enough of every other piece of clothes. He doesn't really have to do laundry. He doesn't fold it though. I couldn't fold it yesterday because of my shoulder. That's what I tell myself. Well, I could have, it would just hurt. I haven't been eating that well the last couple of days. I drank too much wine. 1.5 bottles over 2 days. So it's exhausting going from being very productive, very active, very motivated, to being in the clouds. Like I have to think about what I'm going to say on this video before I say it, because my mind is foggy. I don't have the motivation to do anything. I slept way longer than I needed to. My shoulder does still hurt today, but not as bad. It's not an excuse to not do anything. And here's what my mind is thinking. Here's why it's super, super exhausting. Because I'm in the middle of changing over medications. What I have been on for a long time isn't really working for me anymore. Whether that be because I've tolerated it or I'm not absorbing as much as I used to after bariatric surgery. It's been 2 years, over 2 years since I had bariatric surgery, but we increased it, we added things in. My life has, had craziness happen for months at a time, so I didn't really get a chance to focus on how my medication was doing, and it really wasn't. So I met with my doctor, and he consulted a specialist, and the plan was to take a liquid. A liquid will absorb easier in the new belly. And so that's what we've been doing the last 2-3 weeks. So we start with a little bit of the new medication, and then after a week, we take the old medication and cut it in half. And then we did that for a week, and then we doubled the new medication and then cut the old medication in half again. So when I first started on the liquid, I felt really tired the first couple of days, but after that it was okay. And then when I cut out the old medication in half, I had a couple of bad days. And then, so Saturday, actually I think it was Sunday. Sunday was the first day where I cut my old medication in half again and doubled the new medication. So it's to be expected that I have a slight reaction until my body gets used to it. I've had a slight reaction for the first couple of days, the last 2 weeks when I've changed it. So why wouldn't I expect it to happen again? But my mental illness plagued brain says, well, that's an excuse. You should be used to this by now. It's an excuse. And I don't know the difference. I don't know if it's an excuse. I don't know if my mood and my fogginess and my lack of concentration is a reaction or a symptom or an excuse. When you have mental illness, can you use it as can you say it's an excuse? Like when I eat too much, or I make the wrong decision, or I have a brownie. I should not have taken a big chunk of brownie, because now you have to watch me chew. I'll do it fast. Can I say that those things are a symptom of my mental illness, a side effect of that medication? Or am I using those things to justify my bad choices? I don't know. I'm a bad candidate for counseling and psychology. I studied psychology as an undergrad, have my degree in it, and I have I was studying to get my master's in clinical psychology before I got into the industry that I'm in now. And I'm bad at it. I'm bad at counseling because I know the schools of thought and, you know, the things that they give you to do to try and make your life easier, and I just don't. Like, I try them. I know the tricks. I work around it. Is that an excuse? Is that yet another excuse? I don't know. All I know is that I have a lot to do, work-wise, house-wise, life-wise. And I haven't done it. And I can't get myself to do it. And the important question is why?